Welcome back to the kitchen, everybody. It's a great day to be here. This is a very exciting video for me because it is yet again another viewer-submitted request. And this one comes from Lois Hunt, and whenever this video comes out, you will be tagged in it. And if you don't know who Lois is, just pretty much check the comments on any one of the videos I've released. She's always the first to comment and one of the first to react and always has so many great ideas. And this is one of them. And guys, don't be afraid to speak up, whether if you're new to the channel or been here for a while. Anything you want to see me make or come to the channel, just comment below. When you guys submit these requests to me, I test them out, try them out, and if they work, and they work really good, they end up on the channel. So shoot away. I'm open to anything, and you never know. You might see a viewer request video from you very, very soon, so keep them coming. I always want to hear what you guys want to see. That being said, this is an interpretation of a request for an ultimate grilled cheese. Now, guys, I have no idea what the hell an ultimate grilled cheese is. But in terms of sandwiches, if this was the be-all, end-all, next-level boss grilled cheese, this is what it would be. I'm not going to show you one way, but two ways, all right, like we do here. And I know you guys see all this assorted deliciousness in front of me, and you might wonder how all this ties into a grilled cheese sandwich, so buckle up. I want to show you how all this works. We've grated our own cheese. I've got a brand new cheese grater here. There's a lot of new things here. New cheese grater, new camera, of course, so if you guys are wondering why some of these videos are in higher quality than the other ones in between, that's because me and my infinite wisdom did not plan out all of the monthly content exactly correct, and I got shorted like 4 weeks of content, which brought me back from my break a little soon. But if you see any of these nice 4K videos, that's from this brand new camera. We're also going to be serving these ultimate grilled cheeses with a side of fries. I know that doesn't exactly sound like the #1 choice for grilled cheese, but these aren't your ordinary grilled cheeses. And also, I get to flex my new deep fryer. Yes, there's a new deep fryer, new cheese grater, new camera, and there's also another new toy that I'm going to be introducing later on in the video, so it's a great day to be in the kitchen. So let's cut the talking and get to making these incredible grilled cheese sandwiches. Alright, so this is all going to come together very, very quickly. So the first one we're going to do is a play on the more traditional grilled cheese. This is going to be it's supposed to be cheddar and bacon crusted grilled cheese, but I did not have a block of cheddar like I thought I did, so we just shredded up some nice fresh Colby Jack cheese. Is going to be delicious. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started on it. And the first thing we're going to do is cook our bacon. Alright, so no frills. In a cold pan, we're going to be adding in 4 strips of thick cut bacon that I've cut in half. And then we're going to put it on a medium-high heat. And we're going to let that crisp up. And we're going to cook it until it's completely done, nice and crispy. And also at this time, I'm going to be cranking up my deep fryer so we can make those incredible French fries, which I have some nice russet potato fries cut up and soaking in a nice brine. Yep, we're doing russets today, doing things a little bit different. So I want to get that started. So now we're going to go ahead and put it on that medium-high heat. And then we're going to take our deep fryer and preheat it to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'll see you guys once that bacon is done cooking. So our bacon is nice and crispy. Alright, time to get them off the heat. I'm going to let these guys dry for just a little bit. And then we want to turn them into some nice crumbly bacon bits. Alright, so now that our bacon's to the point where we can kind of touch it and not burn ourselves, we're just going to kind of crumble it. You can only do this if the bacon's like really crispy. A couple of these got burnt while I was fooling around with the camera, trying to get the camera back on. That is actually one of the main drawbacks of being your own camera person. As you can see, we've got some fairly nice looking bacon bits up in here. And so now it's time to talk grilled cheese. And the one thing you're going to need to be making these type of cheese crusted grilled cheeses, one thing you're going to need a lot of is butter. So let me show you how to assemble that. But first, our fryer oil has finally reached 350. So we're going to drain these potatoes and start cooking them. Alright, and this is it. This is my brand new deep fryer. This is a Presto Pro Fry. It's got a dual basket system, immersion element. It gives you a restaurant quality type fry experience. I've used it a few times, and the great thing about the immersion element is the fact that all the sediment from the previous cooking stays at the bottom of the pot and it doesn't kind of drift into what you're cooking, which was a problem I had in my previous deep fryer. If you guys remember the old kettle I used to use, which was also by Presto, a lot of times sediment from prior cookings resigned. Sometimes sediment from prior cookings kind of found their way into the new product I was making. And also this oil lasts longer too. But this is actually surprisingly really cheap. It was only like $70 via Walmart.com. And I'll send a link in the description to the exact one that I'm using. We don't want to overfill this. Probably between, a quarter to a third deep on each of these baskets. Make sure everything gets cooked properly. And since we're only cooking these once, we're going to do about maybe a 6 to 8 minute fry time. All right, it's sando time. So it's time to start making this incredible cheddar crusted bacon grilled cheese. So we're going to be using regular white bread for this. A couple tablespoons of butter straight in. Since we're using white bread, a small pan like this will work. So we're just going to melt down that knob of butter. It's okay to kind of have this at a medium-high heat for right now, but as we continue to cook this, if you want it to crust properly, then we're going to have to cut it down, reduce it to pretty much a low heat to get everything to cook properly. So let's get this knob of butter nice and melted down. Okay, since this pan was already kind of hot before, I went ahead and put it down to a medium heat. Now you're going to put both of these pieces of bread face down. All right, and you're just going to let this soak up the butter. We're not really looking for any sort of browning here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a nice surface for our cheese to adhere to. So just a minute or two, what we're looking for is for a fully saturated surface. And we are almost there. All right, yeah, we are there now. All right, so take this off the heat, make sure it doesn't overheat or overcook. This is where we're going to lay down our cheese crust. Colby Jack, straight on top. You don't need a lot, okay? Just a little bit does the trick here. Okay? Now, the bacon bits. This is why I said it was alright if we had to throw away some, because we're not looking to jam-pack this thing. Just accentuating it. Now this is also the part where you kind of want to start turning back your heat a little bit to prevent it from overcooking. And just a touch of black pepper, since we already have a lot of salty elements here. A little black pepper will bring that to the front. Turn down the heat. Alright, we're going to be gradually turning down the heat as we go. What we're looking for now is for this layer of cheese on top to kind of melt. Alright, now we're starting to see some good toasting come to the other side. This cheese is starting to loosen up a little on the top. Don't know if you can see that from here. Alright, so now you cannot not do this for this part. This is where the cheese crusting actually takes place. We're going to lift up one side. Throw in a stick of butter. A little bit of butter here. Now we're going to toss this. Okay. I'm going to do another little piece of butter here. This is going to toast and cook your cheese crust without anything actually burning. And now we want to go ahead and lower that heat some. Alright, so here's the myth-busting part that I was telling you guys about. A lot of people say you can't use bagged cheese, shredded cheese with this. That's a lie. Calling BS on this, guys. While there is a lot of modified food starches to prevent caking and could inhibit melting, I have successfully made the first drafts of each of these with bagged shredded cheese. So don't let anyone tell you you can't do it because they're simply lying. All right, and we're just looking to make sure that we're starting to get things cooked here on the other side. Once we start seeing some things melt down a little bit here, we'll go ahead and start putting the sandwich together. Right now, the cheese is still too cold to fold. Okay, we got a little melty melt going on. So I'm simply just going to take this side. Look at that. That's crusted. Now, I'm just going to press this down for probably about a minute and a half. If you actually have a sandwich press, that would work better. All right, been a minute and a half. Now it's time to do the other side. Cheese crust on the bottom end. Another minute. All right, this part is very crucial. We'll let this sit for maybe a minute, 2 minutes. The reason why this is so crucial is because if we don't let it sit and dry up a little bit, it's going to be greasy and not crusty. It's not what we want here. Got a second batch of fries down. They're looking amazing. And now it's time to move on to the second one, which happens to be my favorite, and that is the Italian-style grilled cheese. For this, we're going to be using my favorite bread, which is some beautiful sourdough. And this assembly is going to be pretty similar to the way we did the bacon one, because the way you cook it is the same. The ingredients are a little different. Okay, we've got our melted butter. We're going to spread it around. All right, same rules as last time. Sourdough in, not looking for toast. We're just looking for that bread to get a little moist and absorb that butter. All right, so same deal here. We got a nice soak going on our sourdough. Now, the difference. Fresh grated whole milk mozzarella. This is like the godfather of the grilled cheese here. Alright, so I told you I had a new toy that I want to show you guys, right? The Cheese Factory don't end here. This is fresh Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Not that prepackaged stuff that I preach about, but it is good. This is a fine zester, like a microplane. But you know what? We got this for Walmart for like $6, maybe $7. We don't need name brand stuff. Microplane for all I care. I'll just send a link to the description. I'll send a link in the description for this exact one that I'm using, so that way you guys can do it too. Have one too. Look at this. It works just as good as a high dollar zester. Good kitchen equipment does not have to be expensive. Look at this. Fresh cheese, fresh cheese. All right? No more of that prepackaged stuff, all right? Much like we did last time with the bacon ones. Instead of black pepper, we're going to add a little bit of oregano for some flavor. Look how beautiful this is melting. And once we get a good toast on the bottom, and a nice melt up here, we're going to put some butter down bottom like we did last time, and let that crust develop. Alright, so we're at that pivotal point where we need to flip our grilled cheese over. But first, like we did last time, since I'm working in a bigger pan, I don't have to actually I can do like that. And now we flip. All right. And we reduce the heat. Fries are done. Give me a second. This deep fryer. Single fry, 8 minutes. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now that I'm done raving and ranting about my deep fryer and those potatoes, we're going to go ahead and start loading in our cheeses. This is 2 slices of provolone. This is, you guessed it, 2 slices of mozzarella. Doesn't end there, folks. We got meat in this one. We can't go overboard with it, okay? Slice of Genoa salami, slice of pepperoni, and a slice of hard salami. Once that cheese starts to melt, and we're starting to see some of that here, I'm going to redirect some of that butter. We'll let this crisp up a little bit. Let's see what this other side looks like. All right. Give this about another 30 seconds, and then we're going to flip it over like we did the other one. Pivot, saved. This might not look right now, but this is not its final form. We can still move this sucker around a little bit. There we go. Boom. Fixed. Alright, just like the last one, press for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and then flip. Alright, here we are at the long-awaited board of deliciousness. Alright, just to prove to you guys, these are still crispy. Alright, so I haven't tried this one on camera before. Actually, neither one of them, but this is the play on the classic grilled cheese. This is the bacon Colby Jack / cheddar crusted grilled cheese. Let's give it a little love up front. Just think of that. That's grilled cheese on crack. Crispy fries from our new Pro Fry deep fryer. 8-minute cook time. Best fries of your life. Now, I've had this, and I've eaten this a few times, and I already can tell you, this is like the boss of all sandwiches here. That oregano makes a big difference. It brightens this whole thing up. I don't know if this is an ultimate grilled cheese, but I can definitely tell you that this is the future of grilled cheese. Gone are the days of the simple grilled cheese and tomato soup. Get you an Italian Godfather grilled cheese and a bowl of marinara, because why shouldn't you eat it that way? Until next time, this is your boy, the Mad Chef. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does so much for me. And don't forget to keep submitting your requests, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.